Wembley Stadium, London. CNN. The sight of Ukrainian flags waving along Wembley Way Road approaching the iconic Wembley Stadium took on extra significance on Sunday when Ukraine faced England in Euro 2024 qualifiers. As horrors of war continued to cast a shadow over country, Ukraine men's national team faced off against one of best sides in world on global stage. Win or lose, Ukrainian players wanted to put on a show for their fans and give those returning home a 90-minute break, but the team knew they needed a miracle to beat England at Wembley. And no miracle was coming. England, 21 places up from Ukraine, had a lot of quality on the pitch and their experience shone. Goals by Harry Kane and Bukayo Saka, who set England men's all-time records, were all that was needed as a 2-0 win added 3 more points in the qualifying campaign. Despite the defeat, a sea of yellow and blue sang and danced in unison until the final whistle as Ukrainian fans continued to make their voices heard. Some even sent messages calling for more military assistance. In Ukraine, speaking to reporters after match, Ukrainian coach Ruslan Roten thanked the fans for incredible waves of support. He also thanked the home team and said, "It was an atmosphere unlike any international game I've ever experienced." Ukrainian fans in the stands at Wembley Stadium. Zach Goodwin PA pictures. In reality, the atmosphere around the stadium began to build up hours before kickoff, which started off as a cold, rainy afternoon in London, but grey clouds were in stark contrast to the vibrant yellow and blue flags waved and draped over them by fans as they walked in. 1,000 Ukrainian refugees, their families sponsoring them in the UK, were invited as special guests to the match, and more than 4,000 fans joined them managed to find tickets. Despite being outnumbered by the loyal England, the Ukrainians had a good tone of voice. And while they acknowledged heart-wrenching background of this match, many fans wanted to focus on football just to enjoy the experience and get away from brutal reality. At home, this is the way to remind people of Ukraine, to show the world that we are still standing. 40-year-old Ukrainian fan Alexei Sobolyova told CNN Sport before kickoff, "We are not afraid." Sobolyova and her family had moved to London 6 months ago after leaving Ukraine before the massive invasion last year. Whatever the outcome, they all agreed it would be an emotional night at Wembley. "Still, we are not afraid of England," Marta Sobolyova told CNN Sport, with a mocking smile and excited eyes. Not far from where Sobolyova spoke to CNN Sport, a small group of Ukrainian fans had gathered at foot of steps leading up to historic arena. Minutes ago, Andriy Shevchenko, the former striker and former coach of the Ukraine national team, was among those who performed pre-match media duties. He chatted with the 46-year-old fans, took pictures, and chanted slogans supporting his beloved country. Ukrainian fans continue to enjoy show inside stadium, greeting players on field with Ukrainian flag wrapped around them with enthusiastic applause. England dominated the entire match played at Wembley Stadium. Ryan Pearce before match, Ukraine's boss, Roten, thanked England for help he had given his nation since beginning of war, but promised that his side would put aside subtleties when referee blew first whistle. The Ukrainian team stayed true to their word, created some half-and-half chances in the early stages and gave their passionate support something to cheer for, and they cheered it up, as their team struggled to keep up with England on the pitch. Ukrainian fans at Wembley beat and danced off a rather subdued English crowd off the pitch. Ukraine managed to keep England at bay for most of first half, risking their bodies to prevent the hosts from taking lead. In end, however, pressure from constant England attacks was too much and Kane scored first goal in 37th minute after being locked in middle of Saka. The goal opened the floodgates as Saka himself doubled vantage in just 3 minutes after a great twisting effort from outside the penalty area. England's Jordan Henderson controls the ball under pressure from Mykhailo Mudryk. Michael Regan FA. Although the second half went through more formalities, the fans agreed with each other in good faith in both sets. At one point, thousands of fans lit up Wembley Stadium using torches on their phones as they watched England dominate. The final whistle was greeted with a great cheer from Ukrainian section of the stands, and players were also serenaded by applauding their support. In context, the war outcome of Sunday's game mattered little. But this was another example how sport is much more than a game. 90 minutes put a smile on the faces of thousands of Ukrainian fans in the stadium. It showed that the country is still strong and is a sign of brighter days to come. And while many players will leave England disappointed, they will be proud to represent their country on the global stage once again, a powerful message for a country still under attack.